So we're here with our home cooks edition of Cape Cod F Words. My girlfriend Julie Karsinski has joined us. She's from Centerville, and we started talking about this, I think, at a bar or a restaurant somewhere, and she was like, you know what? I've got to be on your show because it is my passion to cook, and also I love cooking things, real food for real people, which I really enjoyed your philosophy. Welcome to my kitchen.
Thank you. I'm very excited to be here. I think one of the things that everybody struggles with nowadays is time. And for myself, working off Cape, not having a lot of time, I love to cook, as Steph said, and I love to entertain. This dish that we're going to prepare today is a very, very simple scallop appetizer, but it looks really, really great. And it's very impressive, but it takes very little time, very little effort, and I'm excited to show it to everybody.
What do you call the scallop appetizer?
Well, it's been called a couple things. I did give it to a close friend, and he got lucky, so we could call them the Lucky Scallops. I don't know if that would be...
This is a recipe for you guys.
But again, call it whatever, and if you have an experience and get lucky, you need to let her know, and we'll take it from there.
StephanieViva.com. Let me know all about it, where the video is going to be posted.
A long time ago, I was in a restaurant in San Diego, and their specialty was an aperitif that they would just come around. You had no idea what it was, and they served it to you, and they said, this is what we use to have people get ready for their meal. Now, I'm not sure whether they did that so that you were like a little bit lit before you ate the food, so it tasted better. But I realized over years that it actually does do something, I'm not sure, but it's always made my food taste better. It's dry vermouth. You take a glass, any glass, cordial glass, any glass, freeze it with lemon juice on it from fresh lemon, and put a rind in it. And then you just give it to your guests ahead of time before you're ready to serve them.
This is my kind of
Things that as you drink it, and again, only drink it if you want to, it cleanses your palate, but it also gets you ready for your meal.
And it's not super strong. It's not overpowering.
Strong at all. It's just one of these things that I want to see everybody 10 minutes after. And
this is how she gets everybody to love her cooking.
It just seems to taste right, feel right, and being so chilled, it works.
This is amazing. It's really good.
So I
not what I was expecting.
Yeah, no, not at all. And I didn't expect it either. And again, there's something magical about it that gets you ready for your meal and starts things out.
So not only does Julie make the dish, but also she likes to pair her wines. And once again, affordable, every day. I'm running late from home and I've got to cook a food dish for really quick. So what do you have for a wine?
The wine that I chose today was Clos du Bois, their Chardonnay. You can use any Chardonnay, but you want to make sure that it's going to be either unoaked or very, very lightly oaked. You want to bring out the flavors of the scallop, which are not so much delicate, but you don't want to mask them. If you use a Sauvignon Blanc or something like that, the earthy flavor or the citrus flavor is going to overpower the ingredients of the scallops. So I highly recommend that you use this. I have not tried it with a rosé, but I would assume that it'd be good with a very light rosé too. Yeah. You know, you get that little bit of strawberry flavor in there. But again, you don't want to make it too fruity because we're really kicking spice and cilantro in this dish. So you want to be able to taste all of those flavors.
All right, get to work. Show us how it's made.
Again, very easy. We definitely have started drinking the wine. We are going to try to save some for after.
Yeah, I'm going to go sit and drink my Clos du Bois and actually watch you make this dish.
So very, very simple, as I said. I've got sea scallops. The dish that I use uses 3 per serving. You can do whatever you want. I just think the 3 looks great on the plate. We have fresh cilantro. We have the mix of spring and baby spinach that we're going to use. I use this cayenne, or if any of you are familiar with Atlantic Spice and Truro, they also have some nice blends of cayenne. I happen to like this Cajun mix that they make. The only other ingredients actually is butter. So to start with, again, wash your cilantro. I just cut a chunk of it, and you're gonna chop that up. And you wanna chop it up pretty finely, because you don't want people getting a huge piece of cilantro in their mouth. So that's what you want it to look like. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our scallops, and you're gonna take your Cajun spice, and I just pour it on a plate. Now, when you're doing this, you don't want to do it too heavy, because the last time I did it, I choked my guests, and then they drank twice as much wine as they should have, and it was a very expensive evening for me. So you want to make sure that you do it lightly. So you're going to take your scallop, and all you're going to do is dip it lightly so it looks like this. Okay? And then just put it on a plate. So as I said, I've got a dozen of them, which would be 4 servings. You know, again, the fresher the scallop you can get, the better off you are. If they have the little piece on them that is really tough, ditch it. You don't want to be chewing on that. So I'm going to use a stick of butter. You only want to cook these 2 minutes on each side, okay? Very important. So melt your butter, and I'll have to drink wine while my butter's melting. The key with the butter and melting the butter is you want it to almost get brown, because it gives it a really nice nutty flavor. These, again, came from Pier 1, but you can go to Christmas Tree Shop and get them. My sister bought me these for Christmas. You know, they sell them for like $1 a piece or something. Again, when you're done with this, it just looks so elegant to serve. Normally I serve it with a steak dinner. So all you're going to do is place your greens in each of these.
Now what greens are you using?
I used a mix of the spring mix and the baby spinach. I like the flavors. Again, you want the delicate, I guess you could use butter lettuce, or what do they call that? Boston lettuce or butter crunch. I like the color of this. I just think it looks nice. Okay, so you've got your stick of butter, and again, you don't have to use a stick of butter. The intent is that we're going to drizzle the cilantro butter on top of the scallops, so it's your choice how much you want to do. So I'm watching my butter, and you can see it's almost turning brown, and that's the way we want it. So you're going to take, and I'm going to turn my heat down a little bit. You really want it to get, you know, it's going to get a nice brown color. And then all you're going to do is put your scallops in with your seasoned side down. The seasoning gets into the butter, so you get a nice dark color with that too. Okay, so we've done our 2 minutes.
2 minutes!
And now at that 2-minute point, you want to throw your cilantro in. We're just going to mix our cilantro around because we want it to get browned. And then we're going to flip our scallops. So as you can see, I have the butter sizzling. Again, it's brown. You can see the top still has some of the coating on it. Just watch your heat because you really don't want to burn it. You want it to be nice and you know, moving around, but you really don't want to burn the butter. You want to take them off at 2 minutes, otherwise they're going to get rubbery. So you've got 3, and you want to do, again, the seasoned side up.
I'm coming over for this.
Someone's getting that nice big one. Seasoned side up.
That looks so good.
Hot, hot, hot. And don't worry if some of the seasoning has come off, because it's in the butter. So you place them there again. It's all in the placement. Make it look nice. And then what you want to do is you want to drizzle the cilantro butter over each one. So you're going to portion it out.
Okay, so I'm gonna get a plate so we can try these.
No, you could eat them right there.
Well, I want to save this for our other guests. I have to make pretend like I made this, you know, when she leaves. Hey, everybody, look what I did!
I like that.
See, she's my secret chef. And my secret chef, Julie, come over and chef everything up and then disappear out the back. And then look, everybody, I made this.
Well, I want you to taste it while there's
I
still
definitely do.
Take a little, make sure you get the greens
I know,
and everything.
because that looks
that's
pretty
gonna
amazing.
It's going to have all the butter in it and all the flavors. And again, the other reason I like the spring mix is it tends to have a lighter flavor that mixes with the cilantro.
All right, we're getting in there. I need to have like a perfect bite. I'm one of those people.
Get a little of everything.
Yep. And then the cilantro butter looks fabulous. Cilantro is really good.
It's not too heavy.
No.
Taste your wine with it and you'll see what I mean about.
And now that it's cooked, it's not so
Right.
a bright, pungent flavor where, you
But
know, my husband who doesn't like cilantro would definitely like this.
That's what I think. And again, people ask if you know, Stephanie asked me if I don't like cilantro, what can I use? And I would say parsley, but believe it or not, cooked, parsley has a stronger flavor than the cilantro does.
Good choice with the wine, too.
But see what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crisp. You can't have too much oak, and you can't have too much citrus. It'll just drown it all out.
What
But
a
it just
great
blends
taste.
nice. Yeah.
Beautiful flavor and very affordable. $10 bottle of wine.
Yep. And again, I got the salad greens 2 for $5 at Stop and Shop, so there's another whole bag for the family to eat it with another meal. Scallops are reasonably priced. I think a dozen scallops, I think it was about $16. That's the most expensive part of what you're going to do with this. So for under $20, not counting the wine, you have a very special appetizer that you can serve.
Yeah, this is definitely date night scallops.
Yeah, it is definitely date night. Definitely date night.
I like
so,
it.
Bon appetito. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.